Hey everybody, it's Trevor here and welcome back to Ruina. This time we are playing another mod and this one is unlike all the other mods we have played until today. This one isn't just a reception, it is a normality battle, which is also a reception because it can be found here. It is accessible after beating the head, as you can see it goes from there. And it is a reception of CENSORED, the normality that wasn't included in Library of Ruina. It also has its own starting like lore entry or whatever you want to call this. It is interesting because I haven't seen this in any of the other mods I've played. So let's read it. Roland, I need to ask you a favor. What is it? Seems it's not so serious, isn't it? Well, you guys got into numerous books of abnormalities till today, right? Yeah, I was anxious whether I can get along here when I first saw the monsters. Honestly speaking, there are few abnormality books left untouched. What? Are you serious? I could have guessed that. Besides, why did you ask me about them right now? There was a reason we didn't touch that abnormality. I believe abnormalities you guys fought have supported you till now at least right. What? Till now at least right. The lack of punctuation. However, the abnormality CENSORED may cause a bad impact than giving us a hand. Because it is what it is. You can't imagine how I struggled from it. What's the difference between all the abnormalities? Give certain death or something? Well, it's a bit different, but most the same. The employees faced with it usually went insane and then got killed. You must be joking. Wait a minute. The favor you have asked me is... Yes, I wanted to fight with CENSORED. I thought you'll say that. Of course, there is a reason for it. We need to organize abnormalities to improve the operation of the library. Therefore, we need CENSORED to calm down for a moment. It seems I'm going to have another trauma even when I already have enough. Well, I see not much care was put into the dialogue, but at least it's something more than nothing. Please, I thought you are the most tolerant out of it all. Alright, fine. Maybe I'll grab a beer from Nezek after it's over. And here we have the abnormality. Also, we actually have to use only Roland's floor. Okay, well that's a problem because I've made an entire Gabriel's floor for this. Okay, give me a moment. I will prepare Roland's floor right now. And here it is, a fully equipped Roland's floor. We have Tanya, Bremen, Elena and Olivier here. All of them are supported by my Singleton Unity deck that you can find in one of my guides. It is pretty useful, but we'll see how it can fare against CENSORED because it is incredibly difficult to fight it. I've decided to take a look at it before I started the recording because I thought it might be bugged, because first time I actually downloaded it, literally deleted my save file. Well, didn't delete it, but it crashed it so much that I could not start the game up, so we had to change save files. Now it is not bugged, but it is incredibly difficult. I've tried for a bit and I failed miserably. So here it is. First of all, I like how we start on the usual sites and then change sites to the start of the battle. It's pretty funny. And here it is. First of all, notice the stagger resistance of all of my librarians. They're all bumped down to 5% of the stagger resistance, while this pair which reduces max stagger resist by 95%. If the character is then staggered, they enter a random state of panic and remove the effect. Also, I did not give any abilities to Roland. Maybe I should have done that. You know what, give me a minute. I don't think I can actually beat this without Mind Hollow, so... take 2, I guess. Okay, now we are definitely ready. And luckily the reception does not take on any books. The one book it uses is infinite, so that's nice. I've given Roland Health and Mind Hollers as well as Muse Prowess and the Strongest, so he can use a certain strategy that I've made for this boss. So some of my employees have the ability of remain vigilant and peace. Whenever the emotion level rises, recover 25% of max stagger resist unless the character is staggered. That will help us get the stagger resist back, because it is incredibly useful for us to actually have, you know, stagger resist, because PNS3 is not great. Let's actually use this, and I didn't take a look at the pages of the Abnormality, even though I could. Actually, in normal Abnormality battles you can't see the pages beforehand, so we'll do that right now. The names of them are pretty interesting, to say the least. That's just different random characters typed onto the keyboard, I guess. Maybe they mean something, I don't know, maybe it's kind of code. As you can see, there is this object dot page. The dice on this page and the page clash and the wizard are unaffected by power gain or loss. On clash win, destroy all of opponent's dice. On clash lose, destroys all dice on this page. The second attack deals 5 stagger damage to the target. There's also this one page, the limited one. On using it draws 2 pages and it deals a lot of damage. The abilities of Censored are Despair, as that is right, give Despair to all opponents, which is the ability that lowers the stagger resist by 95%. Wait, it's max stagger resist, I think it's just what we have right now. Cleavers counter, at the start of the act, gain 2 Cleavers counter. At the start of the scene, if the Cleavers counter is 0, and a powerful combat page to hand. Censored, while a librarian dies, recover 100 HP, reduce Cleavers counter by 1, and spawn Genius next scene. Just like in the Bottom Corporation, when it kills like anyone, it spawns a minion. And let's see. So my strategy that I was talking about is pretty simple. I use the strongest and most prowess to cleanly clash against one of the pages. Another part of this strategy that I didn't actually account for and I've just realized is that I can use Crystal Atelier to get a lot of stagger resist back, which will be crucial for this fight, so let's go for that. You think that it isn't a great idea to go for 8 to 11 on a 10 to 12 page, but we have plus 5 power from Mios Prowess, which bumps this up to 13 to 16, which is much stronger than both of the dice on this page. The problem is that we can't do the same with these 2 pages. They are unaffected by power gain or loss, and we kind of have to tank them. With our amount of stagger resist, it's kind of impossible to tank them at all. So another part of my strategy is to see who has Remain Vigilant in Peace. That is this Librarian and this one. And we just don't clash them. We'll clash using these 2 who don't have Remain Vigilant in Peace, which is kind of helpful, so we don't want to lose that. So we'll go for these ones to tank. Though this one has actually a chance to survive, I guess. The chance is pretty slim, but at plus 2 power, anything can happen. Actually at plus 2 it is like almost equal to that page, so maybe we'll luck out. Though that can't be said about this play. This librarian. I'm calling them please now because I'm used to Bottom Corporation. Actually I can just not gambit that, I can forget about that, and I can go for both pages on one person, because we can redirect them, meaning that we can just stack them all on one person and don't care about anything. And the problem here is that it also has a lot of counter block dice, which is problematic, because that means we can't actually attack it from behind, we can't really use any one-sided attacks on it, because we'll just lose a clash and then lose all of our stagger resist with it. So we'll have to clash mainly with Roland using Crystal Atelier and all that. And then at some point, when we have enough stagger, we'll be able to go for one-sided attacks. By the way, all damage on Censored is ineffective, which is weird because it doesn't take any additional damage from anything, which means that fight is basically extremely long. The Abnormality has like 1600 HP because of the ineffectiveness, so I don't know why they chose to do that. It would have been better if it was Endure, but you know what? I don't care. Here it is. We've restored a lot of stagger resist. Roland is at 36 now. We'll lose this one. Mac Chicken Nugget. Yep, this isn't my save. I did not call them that. And it actually looks like it has a different stagger frame. Like, oh yeah, here it is. Let's look at this. Is that different? No, it's just covered in blood. So the thing that happened is, as you can see, we have a new debuff, Murder Panic. In Lobotomy Operation there were 4 types of panics. Those types were determined by the highest stat of your employee. Murder Panic is a state of panic that happens when the highest stat is Fortitude, and it makes the character kill its own allies, other employees aka. And also it gets attacked by another attack, which is actually good for us. Oh wait, it's not, it makes... it makes a different normality. Okay, let's just not worry about that, let's do the Murder Panic. This character becomes uncontrollable and targets random characters, including allies. Gain 1 additional speed die, restore 2 light, draw 2 pages and gain 3 strengths next scene. I mean each scene, which is why we have 3 strengths right now. It is kind of similar to Res, the abnormality patient differs flaw, that I really don't like, and I will not like this one as well, because Murder Panic is pretty annoying. Okay, I think we can Will's Industry, something. What do I want to Will's Industry? I'd love to use Pitch Black Pulverizer, but I really cannot. It costs too much. What can actually like win clashes? Because that's the main problem right now. Is that only Roland can win clashes because of the +5 and you know because Will's Industry is actually pretty strong. Actually I could have brought Argale into the fight with his 8 to 17. Yeah, maybe if I lose, I guess when I lose, because it's a matter of time, I'll change my team up a bit. Okay, Durandal will get +5 and I think that's enough to outperform a lot of this. Definitely this page will get outperformed. There's going to be 10 to 14. Something can be said about this one. Maybe I should go for Will's Industry right now because it's going to be safer. Right here. And I've already used my trigram for strength, so the trigram formation will not have a +2, meaning it will have a almost guaranteed chance of losing the clash, which is a problem. I actually think that we might want to Wills this one, and then we want to true trigram this one, in hopes of winning or tying the clash. Let's draw a page. Maybe we can get something more useful. Nope, that's Unity Coordination. I really don't know what can beat its attacks. I guess nothing. We can only tie right now. And that's pretty unlikely as well. I think we'll loot this one cleanly. Okay, that's definitely a clash win. Yeah, we lost that one. And here we have a Murder Hungry employee. Not a single attack is thrown at Censored, of course, yeah, because that never happens. Also, another thing that I think is something that shouldn't happen is the abnormality getting abnormality pages. Gain strength and endurance, that just buffs it up by 1, which is awful. I think that's an oversight. The fact that it never stops the onslaught is really awful. I kind of don't know what to even do right now. Yeah, I can't really attack it with Atelier Logic and wait for the last die because it will destroy all the dice on Clash Win. I think actually Mook Workshop is enough against this page. It will destroy all dice on this page easily. So we'll have a +4 advantage because of its +1. And that's going to be 13 to 20. That's definitely higher than this roll, so we can easily get that. Now we have to fight with ourselves. I think it's actually not that big of a deal to fight with ourselves. That might actually be useful for us because we'll get emotion levels of fighting with our own people, and that way we can actually proc remain vigilant and peace, and then we'll be able to actually fight. We can't retake all that any of the attacks there, and we can't do anything about the attack going our way. Wait, where did that one go? Oh, directed around, so we have to clash with it. I don't see the die, please. What can I even do? Like nothing really. We'll just lose another Vibrarian. I really don't know what to do about this. By the way, let's actually see what Aberration Panic is. This character becomes uncontrollable, uses a unique combat page each scene and prioritizes Censored as a target. I hope it kills it, but knowing what it did in the Water Corporation is going to buff Censored, that's for sure. This is already a problem. Yep, we won the clash. And Angela is target. That's also Liberation Panic. Wow, this is insane. Like, which is the definition of too difficult? What can I even do? Once again, not against Censored, because why would I? Oh, nice, Maximin is now dead. And Genos is here. No abilities, 50-50. All normal, uses yet another page. Wow, all of the attacks, all of them on roll, really. So it doesn't actually attack the people with Murder Panic, really? That's even worse. How bad can the design of this abnormality be? Oh my god, I don't think I'm getting out of this. I don't think there's a chance of me winning. Like at all. Wait. I actually can't do anything. I literally don't have anything to do. I mean, Roland will, like, do something, I guess. I hope he doesn't die this turn. Like, he shouldn't, right? He has enough stag resist to leave. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he does. Here's Liberation Panic. If target is censored, reduce Censored Clippers counter by 1. The same can be said here. Release. Yeah, everything is release. I actually love how they made an entire art for that page. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It looks pretty natural for the game. Let's see what the Clippers counter attack is before we restart and hope for something better in our lives. Oh, it actually attacks Censored. Wow, for once. Oh, that's our mass attack. I thought it was using a mass attack for a second. Also, wait, what? Oh, power nullification, I'm down. Right, of course. Oh, that's guts. I was wondering why we got full HP back. Oh wait, then Tanya is insane here, right? Oh, we have to get staggered though. Yeah, and we don't get rid of Liberation Panic after dying. Here it is. No characters. Mass individual, single use, deal 100 stagger damage to target. If target is staggered, deal damage equal to their current HP. The design of this abnormality is actually genuinely awful. Here it is. Yeah, this might not be possible. I actually don't think it is possible. Well, I guess, I mean, it should be possible, yeah, if it is, like, a mod. But I don't think I can beat it. What else can I try? All I can try is hope that the panic type is murder and it uses a weak page. But it has 3 strengths all the time. Maybe I can set up some kind of strategy where there is one employee with really weak pages who gets attacked by Censored in the first turn, gets the murder panic, and then all the other employees, librarians, clash with that librarian, get emotion levels, get remain vigilant in peace, get stagger resist. During all that, Roland uses the same thing that we did before, and that way maybe we'll be able to fight with it. The strategies are insane in my head right now. And by insane I don't mean like very cool, I mean genuinely awful. I guess let's take Elena here. I don't think she can do much. And let's give her like pages with 3 dice, but that are incredibly weak. Like for example light defense. Like light defense, Getaway can actually win a clash, this actually is strong. Chop it off is a very weak page, okay, first is actually okay in strengths. I guess military hit is going to be another page. We'll do that. I guess let's try again. I don't believe we have a chance in this, but we can definitely try. I'll keep Olivier alive in case we can pull off the 2 trigram formation with a attack trigram against a page somehow. Also, the pages they want to clash with have power nullification, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have any idea. I don't have the page that I really wanted to have. It's already fallen apart. It's going to reduce the power of that page by 2 and give us 5 power, so I think we are fine. That's the one I want to clash with. Again. Yeah, sadly that's too high of a speed, so I guess we have to restart. This feels like an awful design choice, where I have to just restart because of its completely random speed. This feels poorly designed. That's 5, 3, 1, we can't retake the 5. Return to title. This is going to take a long time. I don't think I'll beat this today, so I'm sorry for not having like high quality content. I'm just introducing this to you, and I think I'll brainstorm how to beat this like tomorrow. Okay, let's try again. Just complete luck. 5-2, we can actually retake that. Also we have Crystal Atelier, which is nice. Nice, okay, we have SP and Roland. Now we kind of lose this employee. They go into a murder panic. Maybe it is somehow tied to something. We can take one of these attacks because we don't need to have plus power to beat them. Will's industry is already stronger. So let's do that. these two can't be beaten really. What is our next step? That is unclear. Okay, let's try strengths. Plus 2 trigon formation. This is going to empower already. I have no doubt in my mind. Okay, that's a clash win. That's a clash lose. This is unfortunate. Okay, here's our murder employee which we want to clash against. Nice. Okay, we restored some stagger. Wow, because of its clashes with Censored, we are kind of losing the play. Well, librarian rather. I've gotten too familiar with robotic operation stuff. That's also Murder Panic. This is Suicide Panic. Let's look at Suicide Panic. This character becomes immobilized next scene. At the end of the second scene, this character dies and deals 6 stagger damage to all enemies. This basically just kills the character, so we have no way to retrieve them. Like, yeah, that's poor design. Am I the missing something, or is it just awful design? And I am more inclined to think it is the second thing. Yeah, we can't use anything to redirect it. This is unfortunate. Guess I can go for some decorations here. Then like will the city. Roland is going to take some damage, which is problematic. Can we attack them? Yeah, we can. If we can connect to them, I think I'll go for... honestly, Mook Workshop. Yeah, we lose some HP and SP on Roland, that's for sure. The fact that Censored also gets emotion levels is awful. Because at some point it will get a force die, which is not great. Okay, here goes Librarian. We literally have 2 Librarians in Murder Panic, Roland who tries to hold on and Piper who isn't doing too great. What is this design? Okay, I actually don't know how to beat this. I'm genuinely confused. They have 4 strengths, I can't actually contest them in any way. My will the prescript isn't going to be enough. I guess it might be. Yeah, let's actually try. Before saying anything. Oh, those stacks are pretty bad. Let's go for Crystal Atelier here. And also maybe Durandal? Maybe not. What do I want to go for here? Maybe Alice Workshop. Yeah, those are clash wins. Some damage on Censored. It actually takes quite a lot of stagger damage, especially with Pale Hands. Wow, those clash wins. Actually, Murder Panic can help us if it hits the needed enemy. So this is basically just luck. That's what I'm getting from. I've recently started playing Darkest Dungeon actually, and because of that game I really don't believe everything is just luck, because then I said the same and then I got good at the game and I actually started winning. But I don't know if I can start winning here. This seems to be impossible. I think the stagger damage it deals is not only to the characters in the game, but also to me IRL. Cause I'm hopeless right now. Bill's industry goes there. The amount of attacks that I can roll on this alarming. Okay, we'll do this, I guess. We'll just ignore one of the attacks. 26, nice. Well, I love to see that. Oh, that's actually a strong attack at the Genos. That's nice. Okay. Now it will use its... now it will use its awful attack, right, of course. Yes. Game design, of course, yes. Yeah, we love that Roland is staggered. Oh, nice, yeah. I am not in the mood to try this anymore. You know what? I don't care at all. Okay, this was just awful. I didn't do anything. Anything at all. What can I even do here? Okay, you know what? This was a total fail in terms of like a video. This will be entertaining to watch. But if you have any idea on how to beat this, if you want to share some strategies, if you are a mod player for Library of Ruina, then I am more than happy to hear them. I'll try to make something of a strategy, and I think I'll come back tomorrow with a win against this. I hope. It's going to take some time, not only because of the strategies that I have to come up with, but also because of the amount of luck involved. That is pretty painful. Yeah, I can't really come up with any strategies on the spot. I really don't know what to do here. Because the ability activates on stagger and we have like 4 stagger from the start, there's literally no way for us to defend ourselves from the abilities, from the panics. And when the panics happens, everything goes awful. And because of the counter dice, I can't stack the normality. And I don't think Nikolai's disposal will make much work because it needs a lot of charge as well as light to be used, so we won't have the ability to get that before everyone starts panicking. I'll look into pages with really strong first dice. Maybe we can actually try a singular strike build. I hear those have become better because of the upgrade to the singular strike ability. As you can see right here, this save file has no pages whatsoever. I'll have to do a lot of farming. Okay, let's see singular strike. It gives now 2 power and the die yields twice as many emotion coins in a clash, so it's actually viable in terms of emotion gain now, which is nice. So yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. Once again, if you have any strategy, please throw it at me, I will be glad to hear it. For now, I'm going to go back to playing Darkest Dungeon, because that game is at least a bit more forgiving than this mod. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.